They say curiosity is dangerous, but some secrets are deadly. There was a woman, young and beautiful, who made a terrible mistake. She broke the one rule of the village's most mysterious hair salon. She looked into a mirror. After midnight, what she saw changed everything. This is the terrifying tale of the forbidden midnight mirror. If you're watching this, listen carefully, because some rules should never be broken.
In a small African village, hidden between towering baobab trees, stood an old but famous hair salon. Women traveled from far and wide to have their hair braided there. The styles were flawless. The hairdresser was skilled beyond imagination. But there was one strange rule. There were no mirrors in the entire salon, not a single one. And the customers were strictly forbidden from bringing their own. Nobody questioned it. It was just the way things were. Until one day, a woman from the city arrived. Her name was Zala. She was bold, confident, and not one to believe in old village superstitions. As she sat down, the hairdresser began to braid her hair, her fingers moving so quickly it almost seemed unnatural. Zala smirked. "Why don't you have any mirrors? Are you hiding something?" The hairdresser didn't look up. Some things should not be seen. Zala laughed. "That's ridiculous. How do your customers even know if they like their hair?" The hairdresser's hands froze for a second. Then she whispered, "They know, because they leave with their souls still inside them." Zala's smile faded. That night, Zala couldn't stop thinking about it. It was just a mirror. What harm could it do? She reached into her bag and pulled out a small, handheld mirror she had secretly brought with her. The room was silent. The wind outside whispered against the wooden walls. Then the clock struck midnight. Dong, dong, dong. Zala took a deep breath. "It's just a stupid rule," she muttered, lifting the mirror to her face. At first, everything seemed normal. Then, something changed. Her reflection blinked, but she hadn't. Her heart pounded. She stared harder. Then the reflection smiled. Zala wasn't smiling. The face in the mirror twisted, its grin stretching wider, too wide for any human face. Then, the reflection stepped out. Zala screamed, but no sound came. The thing in the mirror grabbed her wrist. Its fingers were cold, its eyes black hollow voids. Zala tried to run, but her body wouldn't move. The mirror trembled in her hand. Cracks formed across the glass, shattering with a deafening scream. And then silence. The room was empty. Zala was gone. The next morning, the villagers heard whispers. A shattered mirror lay on the salon floor. The hairdresser stood by it, staring at the broken glass. She sighed and whispered, "Another one lost. Another lesson ignored." From that day on, nobody ever questioned the rule again, and nobody ever looked in a mirror after midnight.com, because if you do, what looks back might not be you. If you found this story shocking, terrifying, or don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more African folk tales with hidden truths and chilling twists. Would you dare to look into a mirror after midnight? Tell us in the comments if you're brave enough. Share this story with someone who loves suspenseful folk tales, but warn them first, because some secrets should stay buried.